Oh, my name's Fox Ranso. You know, I'm Fox. I watched season 1 of Monkey Kid a month ago. And only till like today or yesterday was I like, you know what? I'm going to be gone for a little bit because I'm heading out of town for a minute. I'm like, let me edit that video so I can upload it, have it upload. And then trying to find the audio file that matched the video file, it wasn't coming up. And I don't know why or what's happening with that. So here's my best summarization of summarization of season 1 of Monkey, which is different from the actual movie, which this is, which I shouldn't, which is not what I wanted. Okay, here we go. Wait, that's a Netflix original? Was it originally Netflix? This show is Amazon Plus. Yeah, which also season 2 not on Amazon Plus for some freaking reason. Like you could see it, but it won't let you watch it for whatever reason. But season 1, it's really freaking good. I already said in the last video, which I recorded after I recorded the season 1. It's a whole thing. I love the great voice casting. They literally got Goku as the voice of the Sun Wukong, which, you know, Goku's based off of Sun Wukong. So that's great. I like the whole bit of the story, stuff like that. The powers I think I already talked about. Stuff like they have all of Monkey King's powers here. The only one that they technically don't have is the growing super big. But then again, that's, or at least Kid doesn't have that ability, but that is more or less subjugated or changed with having a big mech that Kid drives in. But for Sun Wukong growing really big. But other than that, all the powers of this Monkey King are pretty much in here. And honestly, I kind of like stuff like the dynamic that these two have, especially because the bad guys, they take them, I think all of them. I might be missing one or two, but I think all of them are from, the Monkey King story. Because, I'm honestly very surprised how much of, Journey to the West, watching, I'm like, holy shit, this is, the basis for every anime, almost. And you have different things let me see if they show them here. The different demons. Oh, wait. The different demons, the Bone Demon, for one. I believe it's a she. She's from, the stories. They have, the Silver and, Gold brothers who have, in the thing they have access to different weapons. Which also one thing I actually do like is that they actually bring up some different weapons that are inside the. I'm everywhere right now, so I apologize. They could bring up with some of the different weapons, which I would Google it if I didn't want season 2 spoiled. But they come up with different They come up with oh yes, there are all these many different legendary weapons. They hold very true to the Journey to the West, at least kind of character based. May, for one, is kind of the dragon, obviously, that turns to the horse. So, every time you see her in a video game that she's playing with Kid, it's usually either dragon, it's usually a horse, if I remember correctly. It's usually a horse, but you obviously have stuff with her having the dragon on the back of her, the dragon kind of right there. She has the soul of a dragon. Actually, hold on. Okay, so, stuff like this, because, here's the thing, I grew up with, hold on. Okay. I grew up with Dragonology, so I know these dragons as the Asian lungs. But, I honestly, here's the thing I also do like about this. I should bring this up. But, I really love her design. And also, I love that they took a character who is pretty much, doesn't do anything apparently in Journey of the West. He basically doesn't do anything. They have 1 or 2 scenes, and that's it. And they made that character into one of the more badass ones where you obviously already knew about like the Monkey King's staff, which grows super strong, and also in this case gives Kid all of his powers. Though Monkey King already keeps all his powers, and I think I got something that kind of spoiled a little later, but I'll wait till I get to that. The staff, it has all his powers, but then there's also other weapons such as May's dragon sword, which looks badass. I love the simplicity of it. I think I've said this before. I always love a simplistic design, and May definitely hits that with like the dragon head here, like a giant ass dragon head, big ass sword. I actually wonder how balanced this sword would be in real. Like if I had a replica of it, how balanced would it be? But also like the dragon blade is only one of the many weapons. Like because at one point they show like the different magical weapons where like they have like pigsies, rake. They have the fire wheels on the side. See, I'd look up my notes, but I'm pretty sure I erased those notes already, like a week ago. Not even like recently, like a week ago. I believe there's the fire wheels. There's the the kids, not the kids. The two demon brothers had the pot that sucks you in, but I don't think that is was one of the weapons they considered. There's the staff, there's the sword, which they gave the side character the badass sword. Hell yeah, it's like even though I love the staff too, swords are freaking amazing. I love them. There's a reason why I have swords. Like it's because basic story though. There's nothing wrong with the bow and arrow, and honestly, I do like when like a bow and arrow does take a more presence in certain things. Like, honestly, I really like the Bad Batch giving Omega a bow and arrow that's very different from everyone else, but also I'm like, a laser bow and arrow would make a cool order of heroes too, similar to like the Jedi. But in any case, regular story, oh, she's the girl, she gets a bow and arrow because, bow and arrows don't need any like strength, and we're gonna give her like the tiniest ass arms possible. It's like, really? Bow and arrows need a lot of strength, trust me. Hell, a crossbow needs a shit ton of strength. But but yeah, like they give her the sword, Kid and the Monkey, obviously the staff, like the stories. Pigsy's rake, they have Pigsy's rake that doesn't appear yet, I'm sure, until like season 2. I don't know. You have Princess Iron Fan's fan. You have the 7-star sword, which I saw that too. Because like there's a bit where they show all of them, but I don't want to look it up because I feel like they're going to just immediately show me them, like how they look in the thing. Actually, what? Let me look up something. But also, I do love that this was made by people who like Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, with the voice of Goku, but also there's scenes where like May channels her inner dragon, and it looks like a dragon. Also, there's this episode I remember because they say like we need a base. I think this is the one. Like we need a base of operations, and May made like an entire big ass base for them, and then Sandy just made like a little pillow for it. Like, I thought you were making one. And he's like, nope. I'm like, I gotta feel bad for him. But yeah, the giant sword, really freaking cool. And also like the Shenron, because like I think you said it right, when she first appears, she has like a Shenron-esque look to her. But this entire thing, like, oh yeah, different designs like the Spider Queen, which I know the Spider Queen comes up later as a bigger bad guy, but even with her first appearance, pretty good. Red Sun is a win. He's the character that I feel like if there's one character that's gonna turn to the light side, who's gonna switch to like Monkey Kid's side and become like his partner, maybe his best friend, other than May, it's probably gonna be Red Sun. He has too much personality, I feel like, for him to just be a one-note character, which that's kind of his whole deal, is that he's kind of the Starscream of them, where like he's the personality to allow Megatron to be all like evil and intimidating and not be boring. Um, that's kind of what he is for his dad, where he's guy has so much of the biggest like oof. But his dad is the quiet son, like, huh, shut up, you dishonor me, stuff like that. I love, but yeah, there's that bit. Oh yeah, see, like you have a little bit here: the staff, sword, iron fan. Then I think it was Pigsy's rake, the seven point blade, which I want to see how that one's going to translate because I can't remember because I know the iron. I think it doesn't the iron fan supposed to shoot fire. Or the 7-star blade, I think might. I can't remember. Most of my knowledge. Oh wait, actually, most of my knowledge of Journey to the West comes from Overly Sarcastic Productions. So I may be a little rusty on certain aspects of it. But that being said, I love the bits that I do see or the bits I do recognize, which I just remembered that there's also I love different things like what is it? Different design choices like 6-year Macaw, which I gotta look up more about. Oh yeah, look, there's a bit where you see kind of a little bit of Shenron, I guess. There's a where she gets her family's sword and is able and uses the power of it. What. And I love that image because it's the dragon in the back, but it looks like it's shooting fire when it's actually shooting from the sword. That is just a cool ass image. Also, the animation is top notch. Like again, the animation for this show is top notch. I love it. And they're only 11 minutes, too, which I actually really like. I feel like some of the best shows are just 11 minutes. We're like, all right, let's get through this story as fast as we can, but have a great-ass time doing it. And they do. And I honestly say that. It's a really fun-ass story. It's not like, oh my god, this is going to win awards. At least animation-wise, it should. But it is so damn... And the energy is really good. Like, I keep bringing up May, but that's the one episode that I think really, really stuck in my head. Not saying the other ones didn't, but when May, like, at one point is chasing down someone who stole her family's sword, she actually, like, does, like, a master build move where, like, they're driving through, like, these, through the house, and, like, a bull clone had it, and the bull clone, like, breaks her bike somehow, and it flies into the air, and she, like, immediately just starts picking up pieces and, like, rebuilding her bike midair before jumping back on and driving off, and I'm like, holy shit, like, that's kind of freaking cool, like, that instant, like, rebuilding. Like, I guess He-Man kind of had that with Man-at-Arms, but I don't know, I feel like this one did that kind of idea better, where, like, it's a quick build, just, and just immediately jump back on and start riding. Like, hell yeah, I love that. Also, like, I kind of like how, even though they gave Monkey Kid, like, all of Monkey King's powers, like, they're like, okay, you are OP as hell. So, and, like, you basically hurt your friends. That's where you keep saying, Meg. Oh, yeah, this is where, like, supposed to be for, like, Monkey Kid when he gets big. Giant. You are OP as hell, and you are, like, hurting your friends. Like, this kid accidentally knocking her out with not knowing his power. So Monkey King goes, all right, I'm going to lessen your power a bit. That way you can, learn to master it. Which also I love, again, like I already talked a little bit, like very briefly about their relationship. There is definitely a mentor-student relationship here, but I don't know. It's a really good-ass relationship. Like, I feel that mentor, student, father-son kind of relationship, I kind of really like in this. Because... Especially because the episode where the 6-year Macaw comes in, which I want to watch. I want Journey to the West. I want Overly Sarcastic Productions to either get to this or I want to read Journey to the West about it. But also, I don't want to read Journey to the West because I want it to be a surprise when I watch Overly Sarcastic Productions of Journey to the West. Because when the 6-year Macaw comes in, which he only has 2 years, unless we're gonna get stuff later on that. Or maybe it's because of the clones. Like, one, I love his design. But also I love his shadow constructs where, like, he kind of has a staff similar to Monkey Kid. That damn smile. But then also, like, where Monkey Kid, like, or in King pull out their hair to make clones, his are, like, shadowy creatures, which I wonder if whoever, like, obviously there's some Dragon Ball Z inspiration for there's Dragon Ball Z inspiration for things. Again, look at the voice cast, but for for Sun Wukong, but like I kind of wonder if this inspiration here was from takes a bit of inspiration from Kingdom Hearts, because I could definitely see that a little bit. Not only with like the idea of, oh, he's a giant shadowy creature with the glowing eyes and all that stuff. Not only that, but also because technically in the English dub it's called Twilight Thorn, but in the Japanese dub it's let me just put Twilight Thorn then. It's actually Twilight Zone, and like they're all references to those horror anthologies, but also a bit of Twilight Thorn with like the bellowing scarves and cape stuff. But I always love that stuff. I gotta look up like just look at that. That looks so damn good. But like I love that, like the mentor bit where it's a monkey kid is basically, or Sun Wukong is basically teaching Monkey Kid like the slowest way possible. Not slowest way, like he's teaching him like how to do things, like learn patience and all that stuff, which it does lead to a really funny scene where like he's like, all your stories about you being impatient. He's like, that's not true. You annoyed the gods. That's a matter of perspective. You did this. Well, not really. Like he's trying to make himself look better when like Sun Wukong is pretty much like impatient incarnate. Like even like his title he gave to himself of like a god among gods or whatever. Like it's freaking funny. Also, I love certain jokes too, like the legends and stuff like that, where I guess they kind of tell it too. Like there's a point where there's a race. Well, anyways, first these two, I love their relationship, and like I also do love the part where Monkey Kid's like, "You're not teaching me fast enough." So Six-Ear Macaw actually pops in and goes, "I can teach you," and Six-Ear Macaw slowly does train him and makes him like super powerful, and like even like. Monkey Kid even learns how to create shadow constructs similar to Six-Ear Macaw. And also I do love that when Monkey Kid breaks down the mural that Sun Wukong told him to break down. He's like, yes, destroy this precious mural for me. I need a little nook over here. When he destroys it, Wukong's like, have you been two-timing me with another mentor? Oh, that's great. But yeah, like he teaches him like the Mr. Miyagi kind of style until the very end where he's like, no, you're just doing frickin' chores at this point. But these two, again, the relationship between these two is really cool, and I like that. Again, the mentor isn't just he's dead and you inherited the powers, you got to figure out yourself. I do like that the mentor didn't just die. I do like that the mentor isn't just like off somewhere or doesn't want to do anything. Immediately is like, no, I've chosen you. I'm going to train you. Like we're not gonna mind you, I love Spider-Verse. Nothing against Spider-Verse because that is the best Spider-Man movie. Period. No matter, that is the best Spider-Man movie. Period. But that is the best Spider-Man movie. Period. But have I said it enough yet? But I do love seeing the actual training between these. Mind you, I guess Miles did get a training with the other Peter. But yeah, I love seeing that mentor-student relationship here. And I do love, Six-Ear Macaw slowly also corrupting him. Because here's the thing, too. It's one thing to be like, no, I turn my way away from the darkness. It's another thing where they do learn those dark powers. And I kind of want to know, is he gonna use them again? Because I would love the idea of Monkey Kid being able to use obviously Monkey King's style of fighting, which is, the staff and light magic, where Six-Ear Macaw is more dark shadow magic, and I'd love to see the two him to be able to wield both. Like how badass would it be if one hand he has Monkey King's staff, but on the other hand, he has the Six-Ear Macaw's shadow staff. Also, again, I want to rejourney to us. I want to know, does the Six-Ear Macaw have shadow creature stuff? Because even a game that I play called Dislight, which I really do love that game. It's a mobile game. It's a turn-based fighter, but my strongest unit and my favorite unit is it Tang Zuan? Who, if you don't know what Dislight is, I'm not sponsored. I just like the game. Like it's like the god, like it's like yes, human people possessed by like given the power of like these legendary gods and stuff, and it just so happens that what my favorite unit, and also one I think you can either get him or another guy is the Sun Wukong one, which they made it originally. Originally he was a girl, and then they made him to a guy, which I'm like, I kind of like the female design more, but whatever. But then you also have his twin brother, who is the 6-year macaw, who also has like, hold on. Who also has like who summons like shadow clones and all that. So I'm wondering, like, is it in the story of Journey to the West, is that like a thing? Like, well, and obviously like clone stuff is a thing, but is it a thing to the point where like that is like the 6-year macaw's main thing, like creating clones? Because as far as twice that like his clones are like his like main weapon of fighting. So I kind of just wonder that, but yeah, like this story, I'm sorry, I can't really go over everything. Although there is some fun stuff, like there's a point where there's a race for like the immortal Peach, and like they kind of go over the story of Sun Wukong, which they bring up that like Journey of the West did happen, though they bring up the story of Sun Wukong, and they show what was it, like there's like the immortal Peach, and like they went at the end, it turns out it's not the actual immortal, he's just like a trophy, but they're like, wait, where are the actual Peaches of Immortality? And it just shows the Monkey King eating them at his house in Monkey Island at is it Peach Fruit Island? I can't remember. What was it? Monkey King Fruit Island. Magic Fruit Tree? No. Monkey. Hold on a second. I want to look up Monkey King Home. But but yeah, like it was like, huh. And also I do love that episode too, because they're like, Monkey King ate the Peaches of Immortality, become immortal, and they're like, isn't he already immortal? And it's like, and like some people would be like, again, if you don't know the story, they're like, oh, like, is he lying about his past or something like that? But people who know a little bit of the Journey of the West story is like, he was. He just wanted to eat the peaches and became 5 times more immortal. Like, I legitimately say, go watch Wizard Guys Productions thing, or go read the thing and then tell me if 6-year macaw has those shadow creatures, shadow form. Because also, like I was saying too, like I'm gonna go ahead and guess this is 6-year macaw's version of growing giant, because you even see him a little bit in the center. Like, this is his version of like Monkey Kid's like mech form, which I like the idea of, like similar abilities yet also different. That's a cool design for him. Similar abilities yet also very different abilities as well. So I love that. But what was it? God. Hold on a minute. Make sure my audio is still going. Oh, no. But was it Peachtree Island? Seafruit Island? Where was Monkey King born? You say China. Flowers and Fruit Island. Flower Fruit Island. That's it. Flowers and Fruit Island. Yeah. But oh yeah, like that's the gold and silver demons, which again, like it is cool how they bring in these bad guys from the original story and they make them like really freaking cool. Like, I legitimately want to get like all like the videos of like Order Sky Productions videos, like stuff. Like, if they put that all on a DVD, I would buy that. Like, I've seen those videos. Those are probably the most viewed YouTube videos from me. Not saying in the sense of like, oh, I watched them, so that's the viewings. I mean that in the sense of there's not that many videos I go back to watch on YouTube. Maybe like, not counting like music, I guess. Those are like the actual videos where I'm like, I go back to them many times to rewatch. Not to mention the Lego sets. Look, like the Legos that they're selling, I want to get them before they're gone.
Your job to go,
because they like I want to get Flowers and Fruit Island, as well as like a few of the other ones, just to have like the whole team. But yeah, that's my review of season 1. Go watch it; it's really good. I'll probably when I finally am able to watch season 2, I'll get that out to you guys. I'm gonna be gone for a few weeks, so you know I might make some videos with my phone. But yeah, but thanks for watching 2 videos I've done. Links are on my face, subscription buttons around there, so I'm share videos. Hopefully you enjoy this, and we will see you later. Also, no spoilers, please, for season 2. Or 1 or 2, or 2, the movie, and then 2, or I think 3, because I actually really want to see them. See ya.